Hi, Tribe. Happy New Year. It's Alisha Brashe here at Cosmic Gateway. I hope you all had a really amazing, well, it's been a fortnight now. Um, so I hope you had an amazing holiday season and festive season. And now we're welcoming and walking into 2019. So wow, I think I just want to talk a little bit about what the weeks have been like leading into moving into this New Year's energy. So we're moving into a Universal 3, and I'll be giving more information about that in the weeks to come because I'm hoping to set up a lot of more cosmic conversations and collaborations this year. This is one of the intentions that I'm holding for 2019 is to bring more people onto this platform to share insight, knowledge, wisdom, expertise, and just some beautiful conversations and connections to share more information of different aspects with you all. But backing up just a little bit, it feels like, and I know this from pretty much a lot of the sessions that I was doing over the last fortnight, is that the energies of closing out 2018 really was, I like to use the term mixed bag because I know for me personally and for a lot of people it was like there was so much going on, just in the physical realm, and so much more energetically. And it really felt like, if you look at someone's energy body, it felt like we were being squeezed out of a lot of residual energy of closing off, maybe the year or the past couple of years or even further back than that. But it really felt like all the processing that was done, there was so much to revisit just to seal off those final stages and bring that energy into a full completion. So it so that's why I haven't been able to create videos. So I thank you for your patience. Every time I planned to come on and record some videos, it just didn't happen. So you know, I've learned over the years to really trust the timing and things. And if it's not flowing, if it's not in flow, then, just to hold off and wait for that opportunity come in. And that's such a perfect message for anything in our life. It's so important that if we're not in the alignment to do a certain action or make a decision or move forward, there's no point in pushing it, because if we're pushing against the natural flow of things, sometimes we can get frustrated and it feels like we're pushing uphill too hard. It's best to kind of bide our time and connect in with that flow, and then everything kind of moves easily and effortlessly. And I have to say that even this morning, preparing to come down and make these videos, I sat in front of the computer as I am right now, and I thought, no, something's not right. And so I had to take, about half an hour just to kind of work with aligning my own energy. And I don't do that often, but I've had to do that 2 or 3 times in the last fortnight just to really refine and align my own energy so that I can, I guess, in essence, give more. So it's so important that we're filling our own cup before we're giving to others. So, perhaps that's a takeaway message for you for 2019, is to work on your own energy vibration before you kind of give out into the world. So I certainly know that there's a lot of things that I would like to do differently this year. So I'm very excited that this year, I do plan to, as I mentioned, bring in a lot more collaboration, a lot more cosmic conversations, and a lot more goodies for all of you. So, what else? If you haven't already signed up to the Soul Aligned online retreat, where I've given an amazing pre-recorded conversation and talk about divine partnership, about twin souls, twin flames, and 5D relationships, and really more so about the process of going through the awakening and the ascension and what it looks like from an individual level and from a global perspective. And you can access that. I'll put the link in the description box below if that's something that's of interest to you. So, 2019, I know that the energy does feel, how do I say this? The energy feels a lot more in flow, a lot more balanced, perhaps. So, moving into a 3 year, three is very much about connections, collaborations, community. It's the combination of bringing things together. And I know that for my own personal 3 years, so if you break down your own numerology, um, the last 3 year that I had for my own personal year was like probably one of the most social years that I've had. So I'm definitely looking forward to a lot more social activities, but more in the sense of like collaboration and projects. And I know that that's a theme for a lot of people. So, we've got that universal year, but also we've got our own individual years. So hopefully more information about that to come through. What else? I've got some new artwork, so I'll be sharing that in some intuitive guidance, insight readings as I usually do. I'm still doing sessions up until around about the 10th. So if you're looking to book a session, keep in mind that I will be away working for a couple of weeks in January. So I may not be able to get to as many sessions as I usually do when I'm back home here. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're looking to do. And obviously, if you are drawn to working with me and having an energy session or a guided session or all the cool things that I do, all the information will be in the description box below. I'm probably going to make a more extensive video about a lot of the insights. I have had so much amazing information that's come through, especially over the last week during my sessions, and probably, all up, throughout the last 12 months that I haven't necessarily shared. And what I normally do is I like to take observations. So through my sessions, I learn a lot. And then I don't release information, obviously, because I'm still trying to understand it myself. But then I start to see the correlations and I start to see the patterns, and I start to see connect the dots and join it. So there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, in terms of what our energy goes through our ascension process and how that's different for different people. A lot of stuff about divine partnerships and twin connections and things that I've been kind of picking up on of where we're at and what's to unfold through the new year, through 2019. So I will put that probably in a much longer video and get that, or maybe even on a live. So I'll get that to you. But just for now, I woke up from quite a vivid dream a few hours ago, and it was very, very symbolic of resurrection. And it was symbolic in the sense that it was, someone who was very close to me who had passed away. And then, going through that grieving process, realized that they were actually coming back to life. And, there's so much I could say about that, but I just, in a moment of reflection, I thought, isn't that interesting? I'm recording this on the 2nd now, so we're two days into 2019, and it really does feel like this revival energy coming through, this resurrection, and going through that, that death of the old. If you break down the symbology of it, the death then is birthing new life. So it really does feel like that. You may or may not have felt like, the New Year's energy tick in, and even though, we look at linear time, energy is very much spiral. So we might move into the new year, feel the new energy, and then we might have a day where it kind of energy feels a bit like last year. But, don't be disillusioned by that, because, we're still in a big energy process individually and collectively. So, sometimes it's not, a stair step, but, it can kind of go like that in our own process. But overall, things do feel very renewed. So, all right, let's get into it. Be doing 3. I've done these. So tune in, see which card speaks to you. So this will be card A, or reading A, that one there. Yes, they do look a little similar. There's a bit of a funny story about that, but this is card B, or reading B. There we go. And card C, reading C. That one there. So yes, I did paint them all as a 3, and interestingly enough, I did them about a week before New Year's, and then when I came back in this morning, I looked at them and I kind of had a laugh to myself, because it reminds me of what I experienced on New Year's Eve, which was being at the beach and watching the fireworks from a distance. So in a way, it's a very abstract looking, like waves and water and sand and night sky and sparkles. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, love you all. Hope you're having a fabulous week. So these will be the intuitive guidance readings for the first week of January. If you are interested in the session, I will be doing sessions for at least another week and a bit. So the information will be in the description box below. And sending you much love.